anorexic or are becoming anorexic in order to achieve a look that isn't healthy for them. At 5'7" and 95 pounds, Kate Moss is 30% under her below weight. And girls all the time want to look like Kate Moss, but she's actually 30% under her ideal weight and is completely unhealthy for her body. Fashion models' weight averaged only 8% less than the average woman 20 years ago. Today, the average fashion model weighs 23% less than the average woman. So women models are automatically 23% less smaller than the average woman in America, and that's causing women to feel bad about themselves, saying they should look 23% smaller so that they can look like these models that are meeting criteria for anorexia. Many magazines create images of women that don't really exist by using computer-modified complications of various body parts. Like the Dove Evolution video, which showed this woman go into the studio who's naturally pretty, and she sits through hours of hair and makeup, and they speed it up so it's only a couple minutes, and she has to wear fake eyelashes and eyeliner and eyeshadow and cover up and bronzer and mascara and so on and so on and so on. And then, as if that's not enough, she looks absolutely perfect already. They take it and they elongate her neck, and they make her ears smaller. They make her her face thinner. They make her eyes bigger. They make her shoulders slimmer. They completely change it. So the woman that walked into that studio that day and the woman that is being portrayed on that billboard or whatever don't even look the same, even though they're the same women. That woman on the billboard doesn't even exist in real life. So the media is creating these images that women feel like they should look like, but they don't even really exist. They're not even real women. Plus size models averaged the size 12 and 18 only 10 years ago. Today, the average plus size model on agency rosters are between a size 6 and 14. So the average woman, or 50% of women in America, wear a size 14 or larger. And now, a plus size is 6 to 14. So that is like around half of what American women wear. And they're seeing these women that are considered plus size models, and they're thinking, I look like them, I wear the same size as them. And so then they're considering themselves as plus size when actually they're normal, or they're less than what the average American woman wears. Because these models that aren't plus size are being labeled as plus size because they're not as thin as the models that we're putting on the runways. And it's messing with the minds of women in the media and young teenagers and and kids. The U.S. model weighs 117 pounds and is 5'11", while the average U.S. woman weighs 140 pounds and is 5'4". So not only is the U.S. model over 20 pounds less or smaller than the average U.S. woman, but she's also 7 inches taller. So she's completely way probably too thin and meeting anorexia criteria than the healthy criteria of a normal woman of the United States. Many actors and musicians have admitted to struggling with eating disorders, including Demi Lovato, Katie Couric, Lady Gaga, Kate Beckinsale, and Kelly Clarkson. 50% of commercials aimed at women mention physical attractiveness. So 50% of the advertisements that we see are telling women that we need to do this so we can have a flatter stomach. Do this so we can tone our thighs. Do this so we can have toned arms. Do this and it'll get rid of your peach fuzz on your face. Do this and you'll cover up your grays. Put this on, you won't have any wrinkles. You have the best skin of your life. That will wonder why women are so convinced and drawn in and focused on their appearance, because that's what they see all day, is to do this so that they can look a certain way, when in reality that's not healthy. That's not the way they should be viewing themselves. A People magazine survey showed that 80% of female respondents felt that women in the movies and television programs made them feel insecure and insecure about their bodies. So these women that are looking at the magazines are then, after they're done reading it, feel insecure and bad about their bodies because of what they're looking at. And those women in those magazines aren't either healthy or they're not even real because they're so touched up. That's not right. We need to put truth into the media so that women can feel truth and beauty about themselves instead of reading it and feeling bad about themselves, which they're reading and seeing lies that aren't even true. The rate of eating disorders in Fiji surged following the introduction of Western television programming. So, in Fiji, we introduced our way of television programming, and that caused so many more eating disorders because the people in that country were just now being exposed to the way that we're living and seeing advertisements, and they were feeling so insecure about themselves that the eating disorders overtook and grew immensely because they felt that was the only way that they could achieve the look that they were seeing that was considered beautiful. So, some side effects of being too skinny, unhealthily skinny, like anorexia, bulimia, and all those things. Hair loss, bleeding gums, and loose teeth. Unexplained bad breath. Severe change in energy levels, dark circles under the eyes and changes to the colors of the white of the eyes, strange body odor similar to nail polish remover, disorientation, confusion that is persistent or chronic, dizzy spells, fainting, and nausea, and unexplained bruising, bone fractures, or injuries. So in order to achieve this idea of skinny and thin and beauty in America, you might have to give up and you could start losing your teeth, or your gums would bleed, or you'd lose your hair and you could have bald spots on there, you could have bad breath, you wouldn't have any energy to go to a party and have fun with your friends and family and hang out and play games. You would have dark circles under your eyes and the whites of your eyes would change colors. You'd look tired all the time and miserable. You would smell like alcohol or nail polish remover, which smells awful and so strong. That would be terrible. You'd feel confused all the time. So you'd be sacrificing your grade and your focus on the things that you love, like family, friends, school, sports, or whatever, just so that you could attain this idea of beauty in America. You'd have symptoms of feeling like you're having the flu with being dizzy, fainting, or nausea. So you would look immensely skinny, but you'd feel like you're ill all the time. So that's not healthy. That's not good. And you're taking away the nutrients from your bones, so you could fracture your bone easier and get hurt easier and bruise easier. So now you're going to be injured on top of that. You're just not going to be able to enjoy your life with causing such nutrient and vitamin deficiency in your body in order to achieve this idea of beauty that's in the media that isn't healthy or it isn't real, it's fake. And we have to remember that as women, we need to help each other and put out happiness and beauty and health and fight for those, and don't buy into the media things and realize what the media is telling us is lies, what they're showing us isn't real, and that we're all beautiful, and women need to help other women and young teenagers and girls to change their minds and prove to them that everybody is beautiful, that we need to overcome this perception of women in the media so that future generations aren't getting worse and worse and worse off in order to achieve this unattainable definition of beauty. And we have to remember that food is fuel for our bodies, and that we have to eat in order to be able to live the life that we want to live and to be able to enjoy. Thank you for watching.